It all started with a rumor about an old amusement park that shut down after Halloween night years ago. People said you could still hear laughter and carousel music echoing when the moon was full. I didn't believe it, but curiosity is a tricky thing. It always whispers, just one look won't hurt. So one night, I grabbed my flashlight, a bag of snacks, and decided to explore. The rusted gate groaned open like it hadn't moved in years. The air smelled like dust and burnt sugar, and my footsteps echoed across the cracked pavement. I could almost feel someone watching, but I told myself it was just the wind. The first ride I saw was a broken carousel. Horses missing heads, mirrors cracked, and one lonely tune playing from a broken speaker. The melody was faint but clear, a slow version of something cheerful, like it had forgotten how to be happy. That's when the lights flickered on by themselves. Each bulb blinked in rhythm, chasing around the ride like it was waiting for a performer. The horses began to move slightly, creaking like old bones. I stood there, frozen, half amazed, half terrified. My snack bag dropped, and that single sound made everything go silent again. Completely silent. I laughed nervously and whispered, "Nice trick," even though no one was around. Then one of the carousel mirrors rippled like water. For a second, I saw my reflection smiling, but I wasn't. My reflection winked and then disappeared. My heart skipped, and I decided it was time to move on, fast. Further down the path, neon signs buzzed to life, spelling Funland Forever. The letters flickered in orange and green, casting weird shadows. A Ferris wheel stood in the distance, unmoving, but every cart was lit. I swear I saw someone waving from the top. Just a silhouette, but it looked too real. I yelled out, but the wind swallowed my voice. So I walked closer. The Ferris wheel started turning slowly, creaking like it hadn't in decades. Each rotation was painfully slow, and every time it stopped, one of the carts emptied. I didn't see anyone getting off, but I heard footsteps all around. The ticket booth was next to me now, lights on inside. A figure stood behind the glass, wearing a carnival mask. I asked, "Are you open?" But it didn't answer. I blinked once, and it was gone. The chair inside was still spinning, like someone just left. I started to feel cold, even though it wasn't windy anymore. I found an old map on the ground, showing the attractions, the haunted maze, the laughing tunnels, and the clown house. I wasn't planning to go that deep, but somehow my feet disagreed. I ended up standing right in front of the clown house entrance before I realized it. The door opened by itself. The inside was covered with deflated balloons and paper confetti. A single spotlight turned on, pointing right at a clown mannequin sitting on a chair. Its painted smile was chipped, eyes cracked. When I moved, its head tilted slightly, following me. I backed away slowly, and it laughed. A low, distorted laugh. I ran out, breathing hard, but the laughter followed me. It bounced between the buildings like an echo, chasing me down the main street. I turned a corner and saw something strange. A parade float decorated with pumpkins, moving by itself. On it were figures dancing, but when I got closer, they weren't people. They were made of dust. They crumbled when the wind touched them, leaving only masks behind. I picked one up, a jester face with hollow eyes. Suddenly, I saw flashes of the park's past. Crowds cheering, lights everywhere, and a performer standing center stage. It was me. Or at least someone who looked exactly like me. The vision faded, and I was back in the dark. My heart was racing. I needed to get out, but every path seemed to loop back to the carousel. The music was louder now, and I could hear my name being whispered between the notes. I didn't wait to find out who was calling. I just ran. I reached the exit gate, only to find it chained shut. Behind me, lights turned on one by one, forming a trail back to the center of the park. I could see faint figures waving me back, like they wanted to join their eternal carnival. But something inside screamed no. So I climbed the fence, scraping my hands on the metal. The moment my feet hit the ground outside, the park went completely dark again. Silence. I didn't stop running until I saw the city lights. Only then did I look back, and the Ferris wheel was still turning, even without power. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind replayed everything: the laughter, the faces, the reflection that smiled on its own. When I closed my eyes, I could still hear the carousel tune, like it was stuck inside my head, a haunting melody that wouldn't fade. Days later, I checked the local news. There was nothing about the park. It didn't even show up on any map, like it never existed. But my flashlight still had dust from that place. And my camera? Well, the last picture it took was a blurry image of the Ferris wheel, with figures inside every cart. Sometimes, when the night is quiet, I play that video again. In the reflection of the Ferris wheel's metal frame, I can see myself waving. But I don't remember ever doing that. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks. Or maybe part of me never left that park. Now, every Halloween, I hear faint carnival music in the distance. Even when I'm miles away. It's always the same tune, slow and cheerful, calling me back. And sometimes I wonder, if I go again, will they still remember me? Or will I finally become one of them? But deep down, I already know the answer. Some doors, once opened, never really close. And the laughter you hear might not be coming from the past. It might just be waiting for your turn to join the show.